This is a series where I go through Facebook Marketplace and find pieces like this and let you know how I would make over these pieces as a full-time furniture refinisher. So this one's cool. It caught my attention because it has very modern lines. However, obviously like some more what I would consider dated appliques and hardware. Here's a closer look. You could obviously just paint this fully and leave it as is and it would be a look, but if you're wanting to modernize it, this is how I would go about it. As with any makeover, step one is to thoroughly clean it. So I'm going to take all the drawers out. I'm going to wipe it down with Dawn dish soap and some hot water and a microfiber cloth. And I'm going to go top to bottom, all the nooks, all the crannies, inside the drawers, on the slides where the drawers go in, wipe everything down, get rid of all the dust, clean it good. I've actually refinished a set just like this, similar. It didn't have the same legs as this, but on that piece, you were able to remove those appliques from the back they're just screwed on. So I would check that. Assuming it's like that, I would take these little guys off and remove the hardware. And I'm going to paint this piece. And before anyone comes for me, this is why I'm going to paint it. See this? So it looks to me like this is a laminate over like a particle board or like an MDF situation, just based on what I can see here. And based on the previous piece I did, that looked exactly like this. So unfortunately, it's not solid wood, which is fine. Still can get a glow up. So we're going to paint it. Which means the next step is to scuff sand this whole thing. So you're going to take a mid-grit paper, sandpaper, 150 grit to 200 grit, and you're going to sand the entire body. You're basically trying to rough up the surface so that the paint has something to adhere to. Once it's scuff sanded and you wipe away any dust or whatever that comes up, then we are going to prime it, because assuming it's laminate, that's kind of like the plasticky wood looking, but like plasticky, you know, that's what laminate is. So we want to prime it so that the paint will adhere really well long term to it. You don't necessarily need a stain blocking primer because it's not wood, so there's no risk of bleed through. So I would add 2 coats of primer minimum. And I think I would leave these legs, I think I would leave them as is, because assuming they're in good condition, it'll be like a bit of a wood accent. And I would leave this base wood as well and just cut it off like right there. And then I would paint it. I would do probably something dark and moody just because it's so modern looking. And then I would find some cool knobs to switch out, probably something gold, a little bit chunky and big because these are pretty large, substantial size drawers. Paint the body, paint the drawer fronts. And then I would also do a water-based polyurethane over everything after. I usually do about 3 or 4 coats just for long-term durability. Leave any questions you have about the process in the comments and make sure you follow for more.